There are actually 4 competitions running, so when you go there, don't get worried, there's 4 competitions running at once. But 2 of them are not eligible for you. One of them is just open for Zimbabwe, one of them is just open for Tanzania. The other 2 are open to you. There's an AECF Research into Business called AECF RIB. We like our acronyms, it's horrible. And there's an AECF Renewable Energy, which we're talking about this morning, AECF REACT. Those 2 are open to you. Quickly, on Research into Business. That competition is about commercializing agricultural research and technology. It is the first round of which we've just completed. It is the competition in which we believe we're going to have our first Ugandan investment. It's a very exciting opportunity. It's funded by DFID. It is continent-wide. It's $20 million. It has a special thing called the virtual marketplace, which is covered in the next round. The first round winners will be announced by the weekend, that's true. It went live on the 15th of October, closes just before Christmas. Quickly, what it's about. The donors believe, and I think probably rightly, that they have spent millions and millions of dollars on agricultural research in Africa, and very little has got out to the field, and very little has actually happened as a result of that investment. They've charged us with the responsibility of finding the private sector and getting the private sector to pull those research things out of research stations and make them happen. But they've been quite broad. It can be implementing your own research and development. It can be picking research that's been done, it's in the public domain or whatever. It's a very broad definition of research. Please go to our website and have a look at it. We think it offers agribusiness companies in this country a great opportunity. We had quite a good response from Uganda first time around, but there's a lot of potential there. That's the virtual marketplace. These are website clips about this thing under that competition. If you go to our virtual marketplace, this is a brokerage. If you go there, you'll see research stations listed where they have been asked to put up on our website their 10 best bets for things that they have done that they think are commercializable. And we publicize that on the website, and we encourage the private sector to go to these research station listings and get their business ideas. This is REACT Special Funding Window. That's what we're talking about this morning. Anjali will cover it in much more detail later, but it's focused on renewable energy and adaptation to climate change. It's open to 5 countries in East Africa. The application process is live on our website. Went live on the 1st of November. Quickly, you can only apply to us via our website. You have to go to there. You have to click on where the competition is. You have to register with us, and then you get your application form. Lots of people say to us, how in Africa can you do everything on the web and online? Our response, you want $250,000, you can work it out. Yeah? If you can't work a website, then I don't think we're going to do business with you. So it's a good little test to try to sort out serious bits and pieces. However, the amazing thing is it doesn't stop all sorts of people applying with all sorts of applications. You'll be pleased to know that our last agribusiness competition in Africa had a fully complete application form that was beautifully prepared, beautifully argued, for a hotel in Indonesia. How someone applies for a hotel in Indonesia beats me, but it is amazing. You'll be surprised what kind of applications we receive. One day I'm going to do my insurance company job and give you all the funny ones we've had, but that's not for today. 15 million, you said 16.5, I'm going to come back for the other 1.5, and when we finish breakfast, if that's all right, Jane. It depends on the exchange rate, I know. But we're very conservative people, you know, we put it at there. But we'll come and ask for the other bit later. We manage it, obviously. REACT has 3 strands. It's not just renewable energy, it has 3 distinct strands, okay? The first is increased access to low-cost clean energy for rural businesses and households. I think you know what's in there. Microhydro, solar, wind, biogas, biomass, biofuels, briquettes, all that kind of stuff that's in that box, and we're seeking proposals in that area. The second one, which is somewhat harder, products and services that help smallholder farmers adapt to climate change. What are these? Basically things that reduce vulnerability in farms. You know, farming is, I don't know why anyone's a farmer. I am an agricultural economist. It's a bit like being an accountant. If you can't farm, then teach it or keep the books or something, you know. It's tough out there. Small-scale irrigation fits under there well. Irrigation reduces risk to farmers. Drought-resistant seeds, new varieties. Crop insurance. Other types of ideas that help farmers, help reduce farmers' vulnerability to climate change. I don't know what's going to come in this box. It's not my job to know what's going to come in this box. You're the private sector. You tell us. You've got to come up with the business ideas. You've got to come up with the innovations. We don't help you. We don't write your applications for you. And I am not a font of ideas in this space. You've got to find them. This one, financial services that increase access to finance for low-cost energy and climate-resilient technologies. How many bankers we got in the room, William? How many bankers we got in the room? 2. What happened to our marketing? Y&R? Where's our marketing? We were marketing to the financial sector. William will have to do something special for them. We have been charged with getting the financial sector to make more money available to these kinds of areas. How do we do that? I'm not sure. The banks have got to tell us. I hope it's not the same old bank guarantee scheme that we've seen so many times and doesn't work. I'd like to see some innovation in the leasing space. How about leasing small-scale irrigation? How about leasing micro-hydros? How about things like that? Yeah, I think some credit lines might be useful, but let the financial sector tell us how to do it. But that's what that is. How do you apply? And how does the system work? You apply online. Each competition has its own eligibility and selection criteria. It's a 2-stage process, I'll explain. You get the guidance and all the rest of it. Works like this. There is an initial application form on our website. It does not take weeks to complete. It is relatively easy. It's not half an hour. You have to put some effort. But it's not weeks. We're not asking for your accounts. We're not asking for a detailed feasibility study. If you submit all those things to us, that's fine. We'll ignore them and throw them away. You only get marked and looked at as the basis of what you put on the application form. The application form has word limitations. You can only write 200 words on this and 500 words on that. It's a bit like going back to school, actually. And we treat you a bit like that. We take all the applications and we have 3 independent markers mark each one. They have a marking scheme like an exam. They give you points for different things. There's guidance notes on the website to tell you how we award the percentage marks for your concept note, and it's done in a totally transparent way. We then take the best of those. The typical competition we run, we get about 300 applications. As of yesterday, there were 240 businesses already registered for the REACT competition in East Africa from our other launches. Doesn't mean they'll all apply. But on average, we get 300 applications per competition. We select the best 40 and give them to William's investment committee. They take the best 20 of those, roughly, and those 20 go to a second stage of the competition, which is a business plan. When we reach this stage, we actually talk to you. You will appreciate we can't talk to 300 applicants, it's not possible. But at the business plan stage, when we're down to 20, we engage with you, we do due diligence visits, we come and visit your business, we spend 2 days with you, we go through all the issues in terms of the fact that, yes, you understand your business, but do you understand the development impact and how that should be calculated and how many poor people are going to benefit and how much they're going to benefit by. So this is a real engagement process, this second stage. But you've got to get into it. And the only way into the engagement phase is you prepare a really good first application to us to make sure you get in that top 40, to make sure you get in that top 20, and then we're in business. That top 20 don't all win, about half win again. So if 20 business plans go back to the investment committee, about half, about 10 win in each round. That's roughly what it looks like. Quite tough, but it's a competition. So we're very comfortable with the process. I hope that provided you with an introduction to what the AECF is about, what these competitions are about. And I hope that when you leave here this morning, that the very first thing you do when you get back to your office is you click onto our website, www.acfafrica.org, you're registered with the REACT competition, and you put in your very best business ideas. And from me, I really would like to see Uganda well represented in this competition. I think there's great potential in this country. I know there's a lot of great entrepreneurs in this country, and I've been lucky enough to meet a few in the last couple of days. So I wish you all great success with applying to the AECF, REACT in particular. Thank you very much, everybody.
Good. Thank you very much, Hugh. We are looking forward to great proposals from Uganda. I come from Uganda, but I work in Africa. We are looking for some disruption and innovation. We're talking about making markets work for the poor. That's why we're looking at proposals that have greatest impact on our rural people. So if your proposal is going to really make markets work for the poor, and we can be able to adopt that technology to other organizations, then that is the best. New terms, repayable grants. Business have been talking about loans, but repayable grants, I think it's a good thing. Talk about repayable grants because there's no interest, but you use the money knowing that you are supposed to pay it back. We are providing risk capital. I liked that, risk capital, because that is a major challenge for our businesses. You have a good idea, you have limited funding, but you want to get some risk capital that comes in form of a repayable grant or a grant to be able to actualize your ideas. Yes, the best come to the top. When they come to the top, they make the greatest impact. At this time, I want to invite the representative of the Honorable Minister of Energy and Mineral Development to come and tell us what government is saying all about this and how best you can be able to work together as the private sector. Welcome, sir.
Thanks very much, Master of Ceremony, Madam General, Head of DIFD Uganda, Your Excellencies and members of the Diplomatic Corps, representatives of the donor agencies, members of the Africa Enterprise Challenge Fund, leading representatives from business, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Before I proceed, I would like to foremost convey the apology of the Honorable Minister of Energy and Mineral Development, who hasn't been able to be here with us due to other state duties, and have been tasked to wear his huge shoes. It is a pleasure to me to welcome you to the launch of the Africa Enterprise Challenge Fund on renewable energy and adaptation to climate change technologies competition. I would like particularly to welcome the head of DFID, Madam General, and other development partners who are funding this competition. Presently, government is implementing a renewable energy policy that is addressing barriers to the development of wide usage of renewable energy technologies and other technologies, which can lead to increased access of modern energy services. The policy goal is to increase the use of modern renewable energy from the current paltry 6% to 61% within the next 10 years. Quite a challenging task. This policy takes into consideration the multi-dimensional national, regional, and international energy crisis that has characterized by insufficient availability of electricity, over exploitation of forestry resources, volatile and high fossil fuel prices. It is intended to guide and inform stakeholders, that is government agencies, the private sector, of government goals and how it intends to achieve them and how they can participate in the energy sector. Because out there, the demand for energy is enormous and the willingness to pay is high. When we have carried out surveys and it indicates that the people who are not connected to the grid, they pay 30 times more than those who are connected on the grid around our major cities. That's already an indication that those people who are in the far outlying areas, they have got a high willingness to pay for the energy services. So as the private sector, all of that is big business available. And in Uganda, we have got a big opportunity in terms of resources. We have vast amounts of solar installation